Everyone, welcome to Black Swan Percussion. I'm Tim Church, and today we'll be taking a deep dive into our Pro10 Studio snare drums. We'll demonstrate all the instrument's features, followed by a tutorial on its strainer system and how to replace the special cable snare unit. Let's get started. Pro10 Studio Snare Drum was released in 2009, intended to be an approachable and accessible instrument for your entire percussion studio or music program. Constructed from a 9-ply maple shell, the series comes in a 6.5 by 14-inch concert snare drum, as well as two sizes of field drums, 10 by 14 and 12 by 15. These drums roar on any stage with the concert quality you've come to expect from Black Swan Percussion. Roar! They're also perfect for situations where a section of musicians may be handling the equipment and a consistent operation, performance, and sound is required. So let's check out the hardware and strainer system on these instruments. Mounted around the ply maple shell of the Pro10 Studio are the iconic arch tube lugs. They are custom designed, stylish, durable, and exclusive to Black Swan snare drums. The Pro10 field drums use standard tube lugs to accommodate their larger depths. All drums in this series use 2.3mm triple flange hoops, stainless steel tension rods, Remo drum heads, and the arch throw strainer. If you've got an older generation Pro10, it will have an RCK strainer. But don't worry folks, the functionality remains the same. The arch throw snare system is easy to use and sturdy with a uniquely styled throw-off system and master tension knob. The functionality is super simple. Raise the throw-off upward to engage the snare wires and back down to disengage. The master tension knob is marked by the Black Swamp logo and lets performers tension the single snare unit, which is the main feature of the Pro10. Let's take a closer look. Pro10 Studio snare drums employ a progressive tension snare system. Pro10 means progressive tension. Get it?
Oh yeah.
All right. The snare unit uses a combination of 3 different cable materials: gold nylon coated, blue nylon coated, and uncoated stainless steel. These cable types activate best at different dynamic ranges, creating a balanced and robust orchestral sound. The strainer side utilizes a pivoting and locking snare end that allows performers to progressively tension the cables across the snare bed and bottom head. Allow me to dig a little deeper. Because these cable types have contrasting tonal qualities that activate at different dynamic ranges, we want to tension each cable type accordingly. The thick gold-coated cables sound most similar to traditional gut snares, dry and throaty, respond best at louder dynamics, and should have the most tension. The blue-coated cables are thinner than the gold and don't require as much tension to respond properly. These cables also have a standard sound quality that is perfect for orchestral snare drums. The stainless steel cable can be tensioned the loosest of the 3. These have a brighter and wetter sound compared to the coated cables, offering a little more sustained and responding best at softer dynamics to help balance out the snare drum sound. With this in mind, we can use the pivoting snare end at the bottom of the strainer to progressively tension the cable snare wires. Simply loosen both sides of the snare end with a drum key and pivot the right side up or down to increase or decrease the snare unit tension across the head. To be honest, I sometimes consider this a micro adjustment, as too much one way or the other can adversely affect the response of the drum. Too loose and the snares will sound fuzzy with little response or articulation. Too tight and you'll simply choke the sound of the drum. Either way, angling the snare end will seamlessly adjust the tension left to right, progressing through the gold, blue, and stainless cables. Once you find your sweet spot, lock it in using those drum keys again. From there, you can always loosen or tighten the entire unit using the master tuning knob we mentioned earlier. Of course, a professional percussionist tunes each Pro10 Studio snare drum in our facility before it ships out to musicians around the world. However, we fully understand individual percussionists have personal tastes in sound quality and response, and things will certainly change over time. Don't be afraid to experiment with the progressive tension system as needed. Okay, let's quickly discuss some maintenance. It's pretty straightforward. If you need to replace the Pro10 snare unit for whatever reason, simply use your favorite drum key to fully remove the snare ends from the straightener and butt side of the drum. Similarly, replace with the new unit and follow the operation outlined earlier in this video to adjust and lock in your preferred progressive tension. Easy peasy. So that is everything you need to know about the Pro10 Studio drums from Black Swan Percussion. If you had a good time and enjoyed our little video, be sure to like and subscribe to catch more snare drum tutorials, lessons, performances, and fun stuff from BSP. Smash that subscribe button, y'all. See you next time. Bye.